That church sent me one of the rentals that she got from one of the people at church. I was like, not the air we want. Door is nice, but they want 33. I said, okay.
It's not the air, it's not the price.
Oh, $3,300 a month. And it's down the street from the church. Herman.
Herman's Road?
Herman's 11.
Harmon.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Baltimore. Deontay Hardy to return. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And he takes this one back for the pick six. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. 13. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Alpha, sit on. Why not? Sit on.
Now it's Lamar. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. They connect on the deep shot. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. 35 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, hey. You. Sit up.
Lamar now from the gun. Shakes himself free. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play. And boy, did the defense do it there.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Looks like a 9-yard gain, and they'll now have a much shorter 3rd and 5 coming up. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll run here with Henry. Has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get it down to a single point. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Justin Parker at the kickoff for Baltimore.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And Baltimore finishes the return in the end zone. Touchdown. The Ravens parlay the turnover into a lead. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy.
Yep.
A unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. He'll now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Get set.
Now a toss play for A-Chan. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Ready.
Trying to pick it up here with A-Chan. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll be facing 4th down. Tagovailoa off the play fake. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory. They've got 1st down from the 31. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Complete Derrick Henry. Stiff arm success. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the gun, Henry. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson escapes the pocket. And they take this in for the score. The Ravens go up by 12. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. A-Chain running to the right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working quickly here. Tua out of the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long. the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
You kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. But that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
On 4th down, the snap to Tagovailoa. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Now Jackson on 3rd down. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to reach the 6 before he goes out. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Lamar. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens push the lead to 20. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He lofts it deep left. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Hey, 21, TA. Out.
Going play action, Tagovailoa. He's trying to go deep again. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. First down, here's Lamar. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying down the middle with Henry. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Staring at fourth down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. This one from 42 yards out. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. You hate to see this on fourth down for that defense. Roughing the kicker. And now they've got a first inside the red zone. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Bullock's kick is good. And they push their lead to 23. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give him the ball at the 40-yard line. Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
They're right here.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he's not going to get much. A modest gain at best to the 41. Offense up to the line fast. Second down carry for A-Chain. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 36. Able to find Achan. It's a race down the right side. Dimes for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Dolphins cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Devon Achan with the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Dolphins leaving the offense out there as they try for a 2-point conversion. They'll try to run it in. And he's into the end zone again, so he gets them the big play touchdown, and then they reward him with a chance to add on 2 more. Sanders all set to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Oh, and that play really caught the defense napping. He rips off huge yardage on the reverse. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Connects with Bateman. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up here. On 1st down, Jackson. Henry on the catch. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 28.
From the 28. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a loss of 4. It's now 3rd and 8.
Jackson now on 3rd. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Three quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And they can't add 3 to their lead of 15.
While they're still in great shape to win this game, Kate, don't tell the kicker that. You know he's bummed with every miss. But with that miss, still 2-touchdown game, and one more stop here can very much end things.
Achan, a 1st down carry. Works the sideline inside the 35. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll stick with A-Chain. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Working quickly here. They go play action with Tagovailoa. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. We'll get out of bounds after a small gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And all he needed was one more stride. He's at the 2-yard line. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to...
And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Short kick gathered in at the 15. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set. First and 10.
Hey, good check. 21G, 21G.
On play action, here's Tagovailoa. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. This is brought in at the 15. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Achan will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Back to throw, Tua. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
On 3rd and goal, it's Tagovailoa. Achan reels it in. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Dolphins get it back to within 2 possessions. Devon Achan with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They've got to keep moving quick here. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Rolling left, buying some time. Throwing on the run, deep down the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Lamar throwing again. Flush down out to his left. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Hewitt and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.